And a very warm welcome along, everybody. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome into Adrian, to Ryu, to Gemma Barnes, and to Banana Spice. I hope everyone's doing very well here on this Thursday. It's warm and sunny outside, but I have come down with one of those nasty infections again. We're going to get through this particular challenge as fast as we possibly can. Let me get the graphics up. I've gone for the streaming graphics today. Just in case I can't thank people if anyone subscribes to the channel. That way your name will always be at the bottom of the screen. We are running Tandemouse into Maushold today. I believe we evolve at level 25 and we're in the fast experience group, so we don't have too long to wait until we are a Maushold. The patch is available on the website, trainersquidgy.com. That's where you can find all of the backport patches for everything we run together on the channel, providing I've made that particular backport. The Flamigo backport will be released tomorrow, just ironing out a couple of bugs that I noticed after I did that challenge, and then it'll be all good to go when the video goes live. But today we are running Tandemouse. It's a very odd Pokemon, and you're not wrong there, Ryu. It is a Generation 9 normal type with a very, very powerful learn set, as we'll see later on with Population Bomb, which has had to be shortened into Pop Bomb. But we'll look at our stats. We are level 5 with 20 HP. Holding a berry, and our 3 moves are Pound, Baby Doll Eyes, and Echoed Voice. 11 in attack and defense, 10 in special attack, 11 in special defense, and 14 in speed. Those are the stats we are going with for the start of this challenge. Let's get the timer underway and see how we get on. It is a bit of an abnormal type, to be fair, isn't it? I think Tandemouse is a very adorable Pokemon in general, so that made the sprite very easy to make look very cute. We've gone for a little bit of shading on the back here as well, been a little bit more ambitious with it. The wonderful Sprouts helped me along with this sprite. And we are a strong normal type, so I'm expecting half-decent things from this, even if I'm not feeling it 100% today. Because we're in the fast experience group, we are going to be rocketing through those levels. So we don't really need to do much pre-grinding. Gone for Hidden Power Ground on this one as well. That way we'll have something for Morty a little bit later on. Fairy in this one, by the way, is a special type. Not a special type, I lie. A physical type. Because all of the fairy moves are physical. I have added the chance for it to have only one baby, but it's 50-50. Thank you, D1. I hope to feel better soon as well. We've gone for Chikorita for the rival on this one because it's the bulkiest Pokemon we could face. But even that was just a couple of shots to knock it out. So when you play this backport, it is 50-50 as to whether you'll get the Tandemouse, the Maushold with a 4 or the Maushold with a 3. It is all up to fate. Exactly, Play Rough is the only fairy-type move that Maushold gets, and that's a physical move. So it made sense to give it physical. We've actually got the fairy-type in the backport base as both a physical and a special type. And then we just pick, depending on which is the more appropriate. It does mean we're going to be playing with our stronger physical attack with Play Rough, which could come in handy for Lance, but we've got a long way to go until we get there. Didn't mean to encounter this Catsby, we'll beat it up regardless. Have a wonderful afternoon, Alachango. Thank you for popping in. Level 8 acquired. Probably get to around about 9 before we get into Falconer's Gym. I am a bit of a catabully today. I have become a little bit of Birdkeeper Squidgy lately, so beating up bug types has become part of my nature. should really be using echoed voice for some of these trainer battles, because I believe that increases in power the more you use it. Yes, a lot of bird Pokemon are normal type. I'm excited to run Chatot soon, because that's going to be a special attacker. I definitely have the flyers, but I'd like to think I'm not a liar with the flyers. This is one of the biggest backporting lure sets we've done to date, I believe. So we've got a lot of new moves in there. Trouble is, most of them we won't even bother using. Population Bomb we will, because that's going to be a very powerful move much later on. Not going to get it for quite some time though. It hits between 4 and 10 times. So that is going to do an awful lot of damage. In Lancer's position, I just changed types. Falkner was easy. Zephyr Badge in 4 minutes and 39 seconds. That is true, we've still got nothing to hit the rivals Ghastly unless we get all the way up to 25, which I don't think we're going to be doing. While we're here, we might as well get Sprout Tower out of the way. Yes, Falkner did call dibs on the flying type today. Welcome in, Malik. I have a bit of a virus today, but I am powering through. How are you? That is the much more important question. I like that team. Solid coverage, good Pokemon, and you've still got both Dragon types. Won't bother with double hit, it's not 100% accurate. A Narwhal Pokemon would be very cool. Oh, there's no PP left. It's too busy reading chat. That's fine, we'll go to Pound instead. I'm glad you're doing good today, Malik. I feel like Ampharos is one of those Pokemon that Game Freak should give some attention to again. I really hope it features in the new Legends game. You're not wrong, Banana Spice. I'm not going to repeat that, but you're not wrong. If only I could rename you on this channel, Ryu, you would be known as the liar with the flowers from now on. Oh, we've already done the gym, Doi. I am so used to Pokemon not being good enough to do the gym. Did that egg go in the box? Yes, it did. We do get Mudslap for Ghastly. We'll teach that probably next time we menu, so when we use the Repel in Union Cave. Which we are going to have to use the Repel kind of late. Because we're going to pick up Swift and replace Pound with Swift. Grab that Super Potion, get a random rat again. I meant to say, I found a shiny last night while testing another backport that's coming in a couple of weeks. I didn't have Pokeballs, It's up on my Twitter if you want to see what it was. But I was not happy. Hydrapple would be a very fun backport. The trouble is I would have to do Applin, Appleton, Flapple, Diplin, that's the other one, isn't it? I almost said something rude then. And then Hydrapple as well. The Applin Evo line is one of my favourites from Gen 8, I've got to be honest. I've got such a soft spot for Appleton. I reckon they'd be good in the spring, you know. Because I like running grass types in spring. That is very true. I think Flapple and Appleton should have got extra evolutions in Gen 9, seeing as they added a third branch. Bullet Seed, we might as well get rid of Baby Doll Eyes. At least we've got a special grass type move for any pesky water types. There's no bite on the mouse because it doesn't learn it via level up. This is the Gen 9 learn set for Tandemaus. Get 8 of you, we'll get 2 of you. We'll do our regular PP heal. And then we shall go and chat with Kurt. Pausing the timer at 10 minutes and 41 seconds. Let's catch the HM friends. First one up is, of course, going to be Paris. And second out is Psyduck. I think there's a fine line between goofy and adorable. And the Appleton line could very much tread that perfectly. I love the idea of regional variants of the Appleton line. I have just realised, looking at that learn set, we have the potential to use Beat Up, which we haven't seen since all the way back on Sneasel. We're not going to use it, but it's nice to see another Pokemon actually use that move. I'm also very happy to see Echoed Voice behaving as it should do. Because this move took me a very long time to get right. Because instead of doubling the move's power, it adds 40 on successively. Murkrow does get beat up in Gen 2, but it's not a level up move. Will I ever backport Pecharunt or Ogerpon? Not sure about Pecharunt. I am working on Ogerpon in the background at the moment. I know nothing about Dragon Quest. That dragon sounds very cool. I just want the grass type to get more love in general. Meganium should have got either Dragon or Fairy. One or the other. Hive Badge in 13 minutes on the nose. And now we have something to get through this pesky Ghastly. Let's try out rival number 2. Getting the still treatment would definitely go a long way for improving the grass type. I think they should do it for still, and I think they should do it for ice as well. Those two types really, really do need a bit of a buff. Mega Meganium would be cool. I think Ice and Water should be a mutual resist, personally. You know, it was a little bit pointless teaching Swift. So we're going to replace it instantly for Headbutt. Gives a chance to flinch. Ether acquired. Pausing the timer to get the Abra. Freeze Dry and Scald being counterpart moves would be very cool. Yep, they have hands, but they do not learn any punching moves. I have gone for the Generation 9 TM and Tutor Learn sets. And unfortunately, we don't have any punches in those. Heal for PP purposes. Let's grab the bike, grab Kenya, and go up towards National Park. Electric resisting Dark definitely makes sense. We'll use Headbutt for a little bit. Welcome in, Luke. I hope you're doing well today. Absolutely do not need the Quickie C in this one. I think Game Freak either forgot about the ability or they realised it was so goddamn busted that Parental Bond should never go on a Pokemon ever again. I took one accidental step into the grass game. Thank you, Peter. I hope it clears up as well, too. I've got some very fun streams planned for next week, and I really hope I don't have to miss them. Because, of course, it is Halloween next week. So I've got a couple of ghosty-type backports to bring to you next week. Galvantula is the video coming out on Halloween itself, but I'm hoping to get a couple more on stream. One of them is from a DS era game, and the other is from a Switch era game. That's all I'm saying about those ones. Thank goodness Tail Whip missed there. It's not Rotom. $18.13 for the playing badge. Let's grab the Squirts bottle. Let's get out of here. Don't want to get Juggler Irwind. We are getting these first tile grass encounters far too much. Rock Smash acquired. And we're in Accuracy. We're not going to do quick Accuracy today. We do need to TP back here after getting Hidden Power, because we're going to need something for the Ghosts and for the Magnemite line. Flareon's not Scarion today. Two-shotting Umbreon's a very good sign for later on, hopefully. And of course, we did evolve at Whitney, and we have the family of 4 for our particular Maushold. Espeon's definitely not Peskeon today. A good litmus test is going to be Pokemaniac Miller here with his Nidos. Yeah, we're absolutely fine. Taking next to no damage from those double kicks. Oh, we finally used that berry that we've been holding since the start of the challenge. Only took us 20 minutes. Is Raihan the final gym leader in Galar? Yeah, he's a glorified weatherman. He's actually the person that writes all those clickbait headlines saying like 500 million mile snowmageddon heat wave to hit the UK, and this is the exact date you're going to get burnt and frozen all at once. This might be the very first time, definitely for Generation 2, that a Maushold has learnt Hidden Power. I think the gym leaders in Gen 8 are the strongest part of Generation 8. Please do bear with me a second. There is a slight graphical error on the overlay. So move 1 is in a slot DD. That's not play rough twice. That's an absolute lie. Let me reload the mapper. There we go. Hyper voice is on the overlay now. I think we caught it around about the same time, Gemma. Good spot, though. And just to clarify, in case anyone's not sure, the Pokemon that would have been Fairy type from Gen 6 onwards are still just normal type in this, or in the case of Marill, Pure Water. So the types for the Pokemon have not changed. We just have a Fairy type move on the Learn set. Nessa's the water trainer in equivalent of Liverpool, isn't it? Because it could definitely be a shipwreck there. Let's get ourselves 12 super repels. We'll go and grab strength. And then we will start ascending the lighthouse. Nearly said something bad then, just because I messed up my words. Nice one shot there on the Noctowl. And thank you for the 19 months, Gemma. That is very kind of you. Bloody hell, my voice really is going a bit now, isn't it? Just gives me more incentive to get through this challenge. You've not got too long to wait now until the Slow King challenge. I believe it's the 14th of November. Because of Play Rough being a physical type move, in this one, the Fairy type we are using is a physical type. With the backports, we're taking it on an individual case-by-case basis. Let's get out of there. Let's get ourselves back to Ecruteak, where we've got a rival to take care of. Let's make ourselves smelly so we don't get any encounters. Our physical special split's not that bad, it's just time consuming. With my immune system, I'm very surprised I've not been more sick sooner, so I'm taking it as a bit of a victory myself. Yep, the mice do learn copycat. Oh, we're not meant to do that. We are meant to grab the hook up first. We have incorporated physical special split before. Let's move on from that, Tarados. We are not going to be talking about that whatsoever. Welcome in the Lockstar, and is coding difficult doing the backports? It used to be incredibly difficult. But it's like with anything, the more practice you do, the better it gets and the easier it gets. So stuff that a year ago I would have found very difficult, I can do fairly easily now. And that does mean I'm able to bring some of the more complex moves into Generation 2 now. Where's the minceberry? It's hiding from me. There it is. Hold that just as a little bit of a precaution. Shouldn't need it, but you never know. This is Morty, our fourth gym leader together, a ghost and poison type specialist, who led with Ghastly, but it's already gone down. Once it goes down in the same way, it is a one-shot on the Gengar, and it's a one-shot on the last Haunter. Yep, everything is written in assembly. Thank you for popping in, Adrian. I hope you have a wonderful time at work today. I'm sure we'll catch up very soon. And please clap, I remember to get both Surf and Strength today. Progress. Versus the Luxray run. I thought that as well, Malik, until I actually got into it. Exactly, code is just a language. It's a way to talk to the program to tell it what you want it to do. The only difficult thing with assembly is all the different abbreviations you have to learn. I am thinking about trying to stream creating some backports over on Twitch at some point. Advice for someone who wants to try it, just give it a go. Follow the tutorials on the disassembly website. The worst that can happen is it goes wrong and you have to try again. You're not going to break anything permanently. And if you can learn to laugh at the errors that happen, then even better. Welcome in, Paul. Yep, another normal rodent. It was a toss-up between this and Bibarel today, but I thought I want to go for the easier one, so I'm a little bit under the weather. They are very fast. 111 in speed is nothing to be sniffed at. The back sprite is very adorable, but that's only because it's a very cute Pokemon to begin with. Let's now go and pick up some bits and bobs before we take on the first rocket section. Well, technically the second, but Slowpoke Well doesn't count. We'll bring those Super Repels up to tippy top spot. I'm having a really fun time with the backports as well. We've not hit any major roadblocks yet, but we haven't attempted Jasmine yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to have for dinner. Probably going to order something in today. Yes, the fast level up group definitely helps. Ooh, lasagna sounds good for you. Not a fan of it myself, but that's because it's got cheese in it. And I can't eat cheese. Unlike the mouse. I could go for some KFC as well, but I really shouldn't. Not when I'm feeling like this. Curry's always good. Welcome in, JK McGov. I hope you're doing very well. Yep, echoed voice is a very strong move. It is Thursday. You sure you're not having pizza today, Luke? I read that as well, but the translator regretted not calling it the Cake of Rage. But they did then get the old gâteau from the old chateau. We have fairly high attack and the normal type, so I reckon we're going to get carried quite far. And remember that echoed voice keeps building and building and building in power. It's like rollout, if rollout was good. Yes, it's a very souped up version of Rage. I mean, we can pretend that French compounding works like that. Yes, Fairy is super effective against Dragon. And because Play Rough is a physical move, this Fairy type is physical. I mentioned a little bit earlier, but if you've just come in now, the Fairy type we have, we've got both the option for physical and special, so we can pick it per backport and judge it on a case-by-case basis. I always get the feeling they wanted to do Fairy type earlier, but we're waiting for a reboot of the franchise. I spent ages coding Copycat, and now we're not using it. I think some love went into the Alola games. It just didn't translate as well as they'd have hoped. The fact that we are able to one-shot a Cloyster with a normal type move is a little bit ludicrous. Glacier badge acquired. I'm in two minds about how to take on this Jasmine fight. We'll see how we get on. Secret potion shenanigans are happening. Well, that was unexpected. I'm just going to double check something here. Just need to get my mapper up again. Oh no, that's all correct. They really did eat up Steelix, didn't they? Let's unpause the timer. We'll go to Mahogany. We'll go through the ice path. And then it'll be time for a very quick break. I have a feeling, you know, the echoed voice didn't reset at the start of that battle. But we'll pretend that we got through on our first attempt anyway. Because we would have got through if we didn't have the defense drop. Make ourselves stinky once more. Yep, Pip did steal the secret potion. It's revenge. After, how many is it now? 95 main series challenges. We took a sip of the secret potion ourselves. Next month as well, we are doing the 100th challenge. So that's going to be a big one. Don't need those anymore. Don't need those. Don't need that. We'll keep those. Keep those. Might as well get rid of that. Everything else is fine. Blight of Blackthorn directly. Grab ourselves 12 max repels, that's more than enough. Elixir, he barely knows her. And Nugget. Get ourselves return. And I will sell some stuff we're never going to use. Not going to punch, not going to use Icy Wind, not going to use that. We'll keep Return. Can't learn Shadow Ball. We'll keep Swagger. Don't want that, or that. Protein, we've already got 2. We can stick another 4 on top of that. 2 you. And we'll get 2 of you because we're just slightly too poor. Echoed voice capping at 2,000 is ludicrous. 2,000? That would be ludicrous. 200, rather, would be ludicrous. I just need to recode something for the second part of this challenge. We are taking a break now anyway because we've got 7 badges. So I will let that all make in the background. I'll reload it and I'll meet you back here in around about 3 minutes time. And we are back. Thank you so much for your patience there. Everything has now been remade, and I am pleased to say that the little bug we had with echoed voice should no longer be an issue. We'll test it out against this grunt just to be sure. That seems to be working perfectly now. So the counter wasn't resetting properly, unfortunately. It didn't actually make any difference at all barring that Jasmine fight. So I am happy to continue with the challenge as is. Turns out I put a line of code a little bit too high. So I've plonked it in again in the right place. That team for Lance in Stadium is horrific. That's what we're doing now. We're mirror coating our hyper voice instead. Our echoed voice, rather. Not hyper voice. I never fully played through Stadium 1. Because I didn't have Gem 1 as a kid. I never really got the full experience. I've decided against Population Bomb for this one, by the way. I think it's going to cost us time with the multi-hits. Might as well use Play Rough. We don't need the coin case for this, do we? I like the idea of type specialists having coverage Pokemon. I actually think Gen 9 did it very well. By having that one extra Pokemon who have the Terra type. I feel for Erica having to deal with a Blissey. Nice one shot there on Meganium. I do love Muck's complete lack of physical defense in these challenges. Level 48 acquired. Probably going to end up being about 51, 52 for the start of the league now. Which would not be bad at all. I love doing casual runs with just 6 Pokemon I really enjoy having on my team. I also feel like doing a casual run in a game before you challenge run it is a very good idea. I like Comfy and Flawed just as well. I do like that they're not grass types, although that's kind of a controversial opinion. Vileplume's neat. Radio card acquired. I am going to have to double check this code once more because it's gone awry again. That'll be why. Put the code in the wrong place. Echoed voice was then resetting when the enemy sent out a fresh Pokemon. The good news is this is a very quick fix. Even quicker if I could get my mouse back on screen. There we go. I also like Aloma Mola. Should have gained the fairy type in Gen 6. Absolutely, Aloma Mola should have evolved from Love Disc. Because Love Disc has nothing going for it. Luvdisc might be one of the worst Pokemon to run on a backport in Gen 2. Speaking from the testing experience I did. Mega Gyarados, I like it being Water Dark. It subverted expectations. I love a good subversion of expectations. Luvdisc without any abilities is like all of the worst Gen 2 Pokemon put together. It doesn't even learn any Generation 3 moves via level up. So it's a very easy backport. About as simple as you can get for a backport, actually. No new moves. Single stage Evo. And I've written a little Python script that gets an input for moves, and we'll just pull out the Gen 2 TMs. So what I do is I copy the Gen 4 tutor moves. Mega Sceptile became Grass Dragon, didn't it? Never really been a big fan of the Sceptile line to begin with. So I've never really paid it too much attention. Yeah, Grovile's probably the best of the three. I think the fact that Sceptile was monotype and the other two starter Pokemon gained a secondary typing, it just held it back. Because Grass is not a good defensive type whatsoever. I also feel like grass was fairly abundant in Hoenn. So you had other good options with a good secondary typing to back it up. And even though Hoenn is 99.7% water, a lot of the Pokemon you come up against in the water are going to have grass run neutral to it. Sceptile feels like they played it very safe. In a lot of ways, it's a parallel to Meganium, because Meganium could have been so much more. But again, Game Freak played it very safe with Meganium. Let's take on the rival for one last time. Sneasel's a one-shot. Golbat's also a one-shot. Magneton comes out to play. Hidden Power's a one-shot there. It's going to be a one-shot on Haunter. And a return on the Alakazam. Out comes Meganium. Meganium's got a couple of the powders. It's got Reflect. It's a very defensively orientated Pokemon. We will now thank the HM friends, so it's a big thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck, to Paris, and the biggest thank you of all goes to you wonderful green named HM friends in the chat. 4 full restores is what we need. And now, before we go into the league, I'm going to use this calcium, and I'm also going to use that, and I'm going to give the pink bow. Level 56 with 173 HP, holding the pink bow with Return, Play Rough, Hidden Power, Ground, and Echoed Voice. 127 in attack, 122 in defense, 110 in special attack, 127 in special defense, and 164 in speed. Those, of course, the outer battle stats will get a big buff in battle, as we'll see now against Will. He's our first league member, a psychic type specialist who leads with Xatu. We will have to see how Meganium and Sceptile compare to each other, because we'll get it fairly soon, because they're both getting their Gen 3 starter runs. Apologies, just whacked the microphone then, trying to push my glasses back up. Very, very fortuitous critical hit there. Guaranteed damage, of course, from the Mach Punch. Machamp's gone down in 1. That is huge. I meant Hidden Power there. Let's take on Karen. Sand attacks fails. That's a very good start. One shot the Vileplume. Rest of the battle should be fairly simple from here. Nice. Time for Lance to the Liar with the Flyers. We're battling him at around about the hour mark. And we are making mincemeat of these Dragonites. I'll take that. 1 hour and 31 seconds through Lance. .147 is our Hall of Fame time. Let's do Kanto. We are very much speaking truth to the Liar with the Flyers. Let's now retrieve the HM friends. So it's a warm welcome back to Kenya, Abra, Psyduck, and Paris. And very, very quickly, before we go to mounts mortar, I do want to pick up this extra PP up here. Because we're going to use that on echoed voice. I'm going to get it all the way up to maximum PP. We'll dip in there. Don't think we're going to need the rare candy. I'm going to pick it up just to be safe. TP all the way back to Olivine. Let's get ourselves on the boat. I've never seen that happen before. Double teleported onto the stairs there. Get rid of that. Why am I trying to dig out of a harbour? Fairly certain that's not how it works. First thing we do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. Gonna get another rare candy, this time from the chairman of the Pokemon fan club. That is a good point. What happened to the SSN? It would have been cool to see the SSN maybe even make it as far as Hoenn or Sinnoh. Do you reckon they got an outbreak of norovirus on it? $104.20 for the Surge badge. And I'm committing a cardinal sin of a challenge run here by having the leftovers on fairly early. I just don't trust this Tangler coming up. So if it sends us to sleep, it can chip away at us. I'm not 100%. We're going to one-shot. Might stick on the pink bow, actually. Yeah, fear the flowers. Erica's next. Let's see if we can get her done before 106. Hopefully we can. It's going to be tight, probably just over the 106. 106.02 for Erica. Janine's next. Now, I am starting to wonder, do you think we'll be able to one-shot Red Snorlax with echoed voice? Welcome in, Senior Warrior. I am not J-Rose, but I will welcome you regardless. J-Rose is a far, far better player than me. That's how you're able to tell. 106.58 for Janine's badge. Forgotten the name of it because I'm not feeling well. The nepotism badge. Oh, we didn't dip into Saffron. Oh dear. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Make sure we absolutely dip into there. Exactly. Koga not having a gym would have given them the option to open up a fresh gym in Lavender. I was very surprised we had no tomfoolery there. Also, are you good to go in 40-odd minutes? Excellent. If you want to see more Generation 2 content, the wonderful Luke is going to be doing, I believe, a bird later on today, in around about 42 minutes time, over on twitch.tv/justluca. If you want to plonk a link to your channel, Luke, in the chat, feel free. A dark bird, yes. A dark bird who has been resprited. Because the original one was crap, honestly. There you go, click that link, and in 40-odd minutes time, you'll see another Gen 2 challenge. Also, before I get, are you returning pre or post Halloween, Luke? You fly back on the 30th. Fair. If you do fancy running either of the Halloween backports that have been made up, I would love to see you play them as well. I will say that one of them is from Generation 4, the other is from Generation 9, narrowing it down a little bit from earlier. 11103, by the way, for Misty's badge. Welcome back, Banana. I hope you've had a wonderful time away. 07s for Dave in the chat. We've got Zap Cannon. You did miss the league. I can give you a recap. We swept. Not a single Pokemon stood in our way. Just gonna double check something. Yes, that is a Carbos. Perfect. I've been trying to route in an extra Carbos in my challenges, and this is the first time I've actually remembered to check. The red fight is going to be very luck dependent. If we don't get charmed and we don't get paralyzed, it could go very quickly. If we do, it won't be quite as good. Losing a little bit of time here because of a healing loop on this Onix. $113.03 for the Boulder Badge. It's 3 drill time. That's my plan, which is why I've dumped a bunch of PP ups into Echoed Voice. But it's all about whether we get charmed, if we get paralyzed, and potentially if Peskeon sets up a Reflect. So there are a few parameters that need to go in our favor. But it's by no means going to be a tricky red fight. It's not going to be on the level of like the Hisuian Electrode we did the other week. Goodbye Magcargo. Goodbye Bumhead Fireduck, last one of the challenge. And goodbye Rapidash. We shall have to bring Booba back in the next challenge. I think we're just going to have to deal with the sandstorm damage here. Because we should one-shot everything else. There we go. A little bit slower than I would have liked. But we are through blue. Maushold is doing very well. One reset at Jazz. Other than that, very plain sailing. Do you have a PC or a laptop or a MacBook or something? i.e. not a mobile phone? Banana Spice? Because if you do, it should be fairly simple After this challenge, I will give you a link to how to get started with backporting. And before I forget, are you in my Discord? Because obviously the stream chat is going to go away in a moment. Because if you're in my Discord, I can type out further instructions there if you get stuck at all. Charm missed, that's a good start. Do we outspeed Peskeon? We do and we one-shot. Right, this is very positive so far. One-shot the Snorlax, I think we win. That was totally unexpected. I knew it was going to have an easy red fight. I didn't think it would be that easy. Goodness me. Let's see where it ends up on the leaderboard now, shall we? No great surprise. 3rd place on the streaming leaderboard. I reckon off stream when I'm not feeling so ill and I've not been awake for 24 hours, I could probably get that under 110. That is a very strong Pokemon. Is Maushold. This Banana Spice is a link to how to get started with Emerald, and let me grab a Discord link for anybody who wants to join. Make sure I get the right invite. Six-hour invite link for the Discord server as well. Let's get back onto the challenge now, shall we? Of course, there is one thing we have to do before we wrap up stream. Gonna give that mail back to Kenya. I will say thank you, Kenya, for all your help in this challenge, but you've got to go home. We'll save in front of Nurse Joy. And now, very quickly before I do wrap up, the reset was at Jasmine. If I change this value, you can see that we could have had the family of 3 Maushold. The RNG gave us the family of 4 Maushold at the beginning. And just to show you the back sprite, there's the family of 3 back sprites as well. I'll hold on for that for just a second longer. So if you do want to play this backport, you will have the opportunity to have either the family of 3 or the family of 4. We'll have to see what you end up with. But with that, we're done. I really hope you've enjoyed this stream. If you have, please make sure to click the like button. It really does help out for people who want to watch the VOD. It shows the VOD to more people, and the more people who can watch, the more fun people we can have in chat I'm going to be taking a couple of days off stream now. I think I'm probably going to be back Monday, hopefully, if not definitely Wednesday, for the Halloweeny backports. And before I go, I want to say thank you to Gemma Barnes for the re-membership. And until next time, I'll say thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you all next week.